I have just a couple of minutes left, so I want to ask you two things. पहले मैं आपसे दोनों से पूछूंगी. You know, sometimes our biology as women is used against us. So you must have seen, you know, young girls are today arguing about period leave, which I am totally against. Sometimes the fact that women can be parents is used against us. So as young women who are in the military in a very frontline role, you're going to be in a very frontline role. When your biology is sometimes used by people who don't know better. बाहर जैसे आप लोगों से मिलते हैं कि शादियों पे जाते हैं, रिश्तेदार होते हैं. When biology is used as a barrier, what would you say to that? Because that has been a barrier that has been used against us as women over decades. Riti, I'll start with you.
In the armed forces, there's only one barrier. Barrier is only mission specific. Nothing else is a barrier. Our biological system is a part of our system and it is treated like that. If ever we have for a moment or two any requirement, we are quite open about it. There is no stigma attached to it in the Indian Armed Forces. We are a very open society. And the only barrier or the only, wall that needs to be broken down is all in operational terms. Rest, everything women have been handling since a lot of years. We're not the first women in the Indian Armed Forces. We are the first only going on board the helicopter. But like I said, there is till date we have never faced. We've spent almost 2 years here now. Nobody has ever questioned us about that you're using something as an excuse. We have never used anything also as an excuse.
Absolutely.
That we from our sides never give anybody an opportunity to speak anything on those terms.
I completely relate to what you've just said. Sub-Lieutenant Kumudini, if you'd like to add to that.
Yes, it is a natural process, first of all. And people is accepting all these things in the Indian Armed Forces. All these things are very open. So in the training phase, also in the Indian Naval Academy, we have physical training. That time we have never used it as somewhat we can call it an excuse. Our body is something which is very adaptive. You know, when you have period and you start running, your body get used to it. It is nothing like you cannot run, you cannot walk, you cannot stand. It is nothing like that. It is just an adaptive process, and it sometimes it takes time, but it is natural.